Look, dude, look, I believe that everybody has a gift. Every single human out there listening right now, you have a gift. The thing that you have working against you is you have all these other people now, right? 30 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't have Instagram. We couldn't watch people and emulate them. We sort of had to learn our own little craft as we went, right? But now we can see what everybody's doing. And our tendency as humans is to emulate the style or the personality or the way that someone speaks or the way they do their content and all these different things. But here's the thing that you don't understand is that by doing this, you are actually keeping yourself from becoming great, because the most that you can ever be when you do these things is a watered down, lesser version of what someone else is doing, all right? And how do you know that your own style and your own way of doing things that you would develop little by little by little, if you would just take little risks, isn't going to be greater than all of those things that you watch, okay? You cannot be great being a lesser version of what already exists. You can only be great when you execute against your own potential and do your own development. And that means getting up there and looking like a clown. And it means taking little bitty steps forward every single opportunity you get. No one comes out and is just great at business or great at athletics or great at science or great at speaking. It doesn't happen, man. The first speech I ever gave, I remember it, dude. There were 6 people there. All right? And I had a piece of paper, and I'm reading the notes, and I was shaking. I was freaking the f*** out. There's 6 people. 6! That's where I started, man. So, like, this isn't a gift. It only seems like a gift because I worked so hard and so long to develop it. And you guys have to do the same thing if you want to be great. If you want to be good and you want to be effective and you want to be, not great, you just want to be good, then yeah, dude, take someone else's style. Emulate everything they do. Clearly it might work, but if you want to be great, if you want to be one of the best that's ever lived at what you do, you have to understand that it's about developing our own skills. It's about developing our own styles. It's about developing our own swagger. It's about developing our own selves. And we don't do that when we constantly look at other people and admire them or look at them for an example or steal their shit like it's so popular out there these days. So if you want to be great, guys, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the talent. It's not that everybody doesn't have the potential. Everybody has the potential. It's just they're not developing it because there's too much distraction out that we didn't have 20 years ago. So when I'm coming up, dude, I don't have people to look at. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all these things. We had books. And if I wanted to learn how to speak or learn how to do anything, guess what I had to do? I had to go and do it and in front of everybody. And we've lost that in society. Everybody wants to be a lesser version of something else. And guys, I'm telling you, you can't win long term doing that.
I just want you to do me a huge favor because this is a serious moment for me. And what makes this moment serious for me is that I'm sitting in a room of people who have the ability to make their dreams become a reality. And we live at a time and live in a country where we can make that dream a reality. You have to understand that there are times that I speak, for instance, in prisons. And I'm talking to individuals who will spend the rest of their lives in prison and they don't have options. They don't have a lot of choice. And what I do when I come in is I provide a sense of hope and I provide some inspiration, but I'm not able to help them to bring about the change that they want to see happen. And I'm so excited to be in this room because the words that I say in this moment can fuel the rest of your life. Right? So I'm so excited. Like, for me, this isn't I won't ask you for anything over the next hour other than the things that are going to take you to the next level. But I'm excited because when I leave, I literally have, we may never see each other again, but I have the ability when you walk out of this room to make you operate in a way you've never operated before. And once you do that, because I know if you're in this room, I know there's something special about you, that once you leave this room and you go from 70 to 120%, there are going to be some things that happen in your life that didn't happen before, not because you didn't have the ability. So this is not an ability room. Like this is not, we're not talking about ability. We're talking about activating this greatness that's in us. Your abilities are your abilities. I'm not going to be able to today, I'm not going to be able to help you to do anything that you do better. Like I'm not going to be able to give you a gift that you don't have. But what I will be able to do is help you today operate in a way you've never operated. Right? I will help you to operate in a way you've never operated before. I'm going to help you to do some things that you've never done in your life before, and as a result, you're going to be able to go to a whole new level. So we have to start here. We have to start here. Just write down those things, 1 or 2 or 3 things that you have to desperately get done before this year ends. It's desperation. I don't have a choice. I don't have an option. You got to get that done. Got it. Like I just want you. And I'm not talking about stuff that's kind of important. I'm talking about the stuff that has got it. The ball's dropping and you can't keep talking about it. Like you will not be able to rest. You didn't get this done. I want you to write that down. I want you to write that. That's where we're starting. I want you to write that down. E.T. Like I gotta get this done. E. Like E. This is no option. This is not like a vacation. This is not, just making a couple more dollars for the sake of buying a car, a house. Like E. This is some life and death stuff. E. Like this is some change the trajectory of my life stuff. E. This is like it's gonna put me in a place like where I'm just gonna be able to get to that place that I've been trying to get to. I want you to write that down. And it was, look guys, I'm being honest, it was like random. It was like just totally random. It was out of nowhere. It was the Christmas holiday, and Carl, our videographer, had his family over, and at that time we lived around the corner from each other. Now we live on the same block. Random, right? Christmas was over, we just going to the house, just eating dinner. It just was a random night. And somehow we got to talking, and Carl's wife is from Barbados, and she didn't have citizenship. So unfortunately, she was in the States without citizenship, and so she had to stay in school in order to eventually get her citizenship. So she did her master's degree, she was in her PhD, and it was weird. It was just like, yo, E.T., I don't know how it happened, but it was like, yo, E.T., my wife is going to get her degree before you get yours. Right? I'm an American citizen. Like I had already been in the program for a few years, and it was, I don't know, but have you ever heard like when it's your time, like it's that moment? It's like enough is enough. I can't tell you. People have asked me before, Eric, when you get your PhD? I'm like, I'll get it done. E.T., how far are you in the process? Finish all my coursework. I just got to write the dissertation. But it was something about that night that was different. It was almost the end of the year. And I remember Carl, listen to me very closely, guys. I'm being real with you. I didn't even have a conversation with Carl. Like we never even talked about it afterwards. I never said anything to him about it, but I felt this guilt. I felt like this embarrassment. Like, and for real, he wasn't like speaking directly to me. He was just saying, hey E, I think my wife's probably gonna finish her degree before you finish yours. And I'm talking about like it pierced. Like it pierced, and I just remember like we were talking afterwards, and I didn't hear anything. Like, bro, have you ever been in a conversation and it just shifts and somebody's talking to you and like you can't hear the words that are coming out of their mouth? I didn't hear anything he said. I just kept it like, E, when are you gonna get this done, E? Like, yo, E, are you ever going to finish this? And it's not about a degree, but are you ever going to finish this? Like, are you going to get it done? And I remember excusing myself, like, all right, Carl, hey, great time, man, love you guys, gotta go, gotta get up in the morning. And I'm telling you guys, it's not even a 5-minute walk, and it felt like an hour. All I could think about when I was going home was like, enough is enough. I'm through. But get this done. Okay, just help me out. You're in the room. You ever had that enough is enough moment? Raise your hand for me. You had that enough is enough moment, right? So I need you to be there. Like the next 30, 40 minutes, I need you in that space. That enough is enough. I'm not dumb. Like I can get a PhD. Has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that I just didn't say, all right, this is the year, right? And so that thing you wrote down, I need you to do me a huge favor. I don't know if you have a pen or a piece of paper. I don't even know if you can do this on your phone. But I want you to kind of put a year next to that for me. Put a year.